Welcome everyone to the Portuguese Grand Prix. David Stark here on pole position with teammate Fox Felici alongside as UKB and David Vendetto from your boy and Sebastian Ocampo. The Williams driver Spike CB lines up in 7th for Matthew Hart and Ravo in 9th, then Steinbach, Sorov and Vestillo, then Slivery right off the top half. The bottom half of the grid started by Nice Company and Chaos and Lady Audi, then it's by Terrells and Chris Cornwell from Marcus Adelaide, Arlette Silla, Ultra Bro, Carlos Eduardo, Nicholas Palomino, Lam Fong, Rack Quigley and Victor Levi. Here we go everyone, 24 drivers on the grid waiting for the start of the Portuguese Grand Prix. And we go green in Portugal. And it's an interesting race. We got intermediate tyres all across the grid. It's been a good start for Sergio as Fanucci backs UK ball off there to Benedetto in 3rd place now. Great start for the McLaren driver, who's already going to go into the attack on Hugs Fanucci using some slipstream on off of Dave Sergio to help. But Fanucci swaps back up and deletes the race. The Ford hit. The two Ford drivers make contact there and spinning around Matthew Hart into the barrier. And he's going to just rejoin the track there. Luckily not hitting anyone in the process, I don't think. Yeah, track is cleared. Fanucci though gave the start he needed up into the lead of this race. Davies Aguero right behind though in P2. Just waiting to make that move on his teammate once more. Fanucci yet to win a race this season, despite the incredible performances that we have seen from him so far. So, yeah, this could be the day for him. As a 5-second penalty goes out to Nias Crumbly for causing a collision. Yeah, the APX GP team not having the best of starts today, as Nias Crumbly goes for a move on by Terrells round the final corner, and he's got it. He got the position on the Jaguar, but the Jaguar, I imagine, may use some battery down the straight, possibly to get ahead, but okay, no battery deployment at all down the straight, which is a surprise to me. Benedetto was actually up to lead this race. I didn't see that one. And contact again! Fanucci into the side of Benedetto, and Benedetto is back up into the lead. Fanucci is now right behind David Sergio, who is going to just try and get back up into that lead the race that he once had. Fanucci though, with battery deployment, is going to try and get ahead of Benedetto. He's alongside him, and there's contact. Oh no! David Benedetto completely off the track. He rejoins, but he's got damage. He's lost many places as well. Unsurprisingly, Fanucci has got a penalty for that. And David Sergio has just been gifted here possibly an easy race win. Sebastian Ocampo though, he ain't done. McLaren aren't done with Ford right now. As, yeah, they may have took out the Benedetto, but they haven't took out Ocampo, who's coming down the straight, and he's got past David Sergio. UK ball set to fast lap of this race, and into turn 1, Ocampo up into the lead this race. Fanucci backs out as the fast lap is getting exchanged between many drivers, and yep, there we go. Well done to Seb. Spinning round goes Vestillo and Chaos Andale, both of them having their own little moments right there. You know, what a race we've been having in Portugal. This has been an incredible race so far. The rain delivering some incredible action. And yeah, this is really good right now. I'm loving it. As all yellow flags in the second sector. What's just happened there at the back? Rocket Quigley out the race, unsurprisingly. But Palomino, though, just went right into him. And yeah, the virtual safety car, unsurprisingly, has been deployed. Yeah, what a chaotic race we've had at Portugal today. When drivers hitting each other, we've had drama. And yeah, Benedetto is just struggling. His car is just crippled at this point. And he's down in 15th place on the very edge of points. But like, that doesn't matter. His car is in ruins. All thanks to the Ford team. As UK ball's down in 3rd position ahead of David Sergio, who is struggling at the moment in this early stage of the Grand Prix. Ocampo off to a mega restart though, as Fanucci has got nothing on the Filipino driver at the moment. We are here on lap 4 as well, out of 15 in this race. Yeah, this is just looking to be an exciting one as the virtual safety car's out because Vestillo's out of the race, somehow out on the main straight. Vestillo, explain yourself, please. I don't know how that's happened. Looks like there might have been some contact or something that's possibly put him there. Because that was definitely not an engine failure, because he's literally the wrong way around. But Campbell, he just needs to try and manage this race from where he is at the moment. He can do it. I do believe Ocampo can manage this race. He can win. Of course, it's raining. The cars are equalised. It's all down to the drivers. That's what these races are like. It's down to the drivers. As anyways, we are back green. We're racing, but the wet weather is going. It's dry. The track is drying out, and you can't deny that. You can very clearly see it. The spray is still there, but it's not as visible. And into the wall. Chris Cornwell and Matthew Hart. Once again, though, Chris Cornwell surviving slams into the wall. And Ocampo's in. He has came into the pit lane. Many of the drivers also coming. I think everyone else is in. And Ocampo has moved on to a set of hard tyres. And he doesn't get held up, which makes things even better for him. It is a nightmare, though, for Ford, as Ferrucci's at a service penalty, and he's been held up. So, disaster in this race. I don't know what Ford was thinking, bringing David Sarkera. At that point, they may as well just kept David Sarkera or kept Ferrucci out. Ferrucci's race was already ruined anyways. They could have at least guaranteed Sarkera some good points, but they've just ruined it. As Ramos is just stuck in his pit box. He moves on to a set of hard tyres. Most drivers going for hard, however, some drivers opting for the soft tyres instead. Your boy, though, after all the pit stop chaos, see himself in second place. That second place is short-lived. UKB taking that as he moves up into the brand new second place in this race. Ferrucci in fourth, Spiker in fifth, Mogdasarov in sixth, and David Sarkera, Revo, Andley, and Livery. That is your rundown of the top 10 right there so far in this race. As Lamfong and Palomino leaving the pit lane right now, they are miles behind the rest of the competition, and Ocampo is miles ahead of the competition right now. In fact, it's just not even competition at this point, as it's a fast second two for Daniel Mogdasarov. And Spiker has got a penalty for causing collision. Yes, we know he's a very aggressive driver. We've seen it because he's been getting penalties which were so avoidable. And it was just all down to his genuine mistakes. There we go, Spiker and Ferrucci, they're alongside each other, down the main straight, and Spiker's up into fourth, Ferrucci down to fifth. However, that penalty on Spiker is going to linger until his next pit stop, or until the end of the race. Depends on which one it is. If he pits, then he's going to serve the penalty then. Oh, UKB looking to send out your boy, but your boy defends. He's not going to leave that door open. He made sure to shut that door, which was a good choice. But UKB's going to fight back here on the inside line. Close to your boy. Very close. It could have been contact like it was earlier on in the race with DiBenedetto, with the two Fords. Yeah, it looks like these guys are actually closing in on Ocampo, who is losing his race lead despite these guys fighting as UKB touches the rear wheel of your boy. No damage to either car though. Ferrucci picking up another penalty this race. David Sarkera only a couple seconds off of his teammate. Both Spiker and Ferrucci now with penalties in this race. And that's not good for either of them. Ferrucci on the inside line, moving up into fifth. Mogdasarov is going to also lose that place as well. He's dropped out of fifth. Spiker could try and get that place, but not really worth it. He doesn't want to take any gambles from now, I guess. Which is not a surprise in the slightest, as Mogdasarov tries to move on Ferrucci, but it has failed. He did not have enough speed there. But however, he's going to fight back here in towards the hairpin. He's managed to get Ferrucci with an incredible overtake. That was very aggressive too, so yeah, props to him there. Well done. That was great. Campbell's lead building back up now. It's just fluctuating really. It's going up and down a lot. UKB will be due to come into the pit and oh, what the? Ferrucci's out. He went right off into the gravel. He's out of this race. Okay. So yeah, it's not been a good last couple of races for Ford. Of course, Monza with a double DNF for them. Now Ferrucci's out. And David Sarkera, he's going to capitalise, I guess. He's going to have to bring home all the points for Ford, though. Last time I said that, he DNF'd. But anyways, we are about to go green once more, but UKB's into the pit lane. Daniel Mogdasarov also in. Anyone on the soft tyres will probably want to come into the pit lane, unless you're Ravo, because Ravo has stayed out. And yet that puts him up into 5th position. They can easily do one more lap on the tyres. Of course, that will give him a little bit more flexibility. But anyways, here is UKB coming out of the pit lane. He's in P11, and he's going to remain P11. Down Boxaro, though, on the other hand, is going to lose a lot of places, as you can see. Is he going to be out ahead of Ultra or behind? That's the question. Yeah, he's ahead. However, Ultra, very quick. Sit with Eduardo. They are getting close. Very close, actually. Eduardo and Ultra actually touching there. And yeah, no way they're going to be ahead of Boxaro. Eduardo are trying his best to find some room to get ahead of Ultra, but he hasn't found that room yet. Eduardo moving himself ahead of the Ferrari. A lovely move, forcing Ultra to be on limit. Lap 9, we begin now. Spiker and Serkiera 3rd and 4th respectively. And there's no battery deployment for Serkiera, which is a surprise to me. Ravo into the pits as expected. Now is David Serkiera gonna catch Spiker? No, he's not. Not right there. Harry's got an opportunity here on this straight here. Spiker's actually deploying. He knows that Serkiera is a threat. He is trying to pull away now. You can see he deployed that battery right there. It's obviously a concern to him. David Serkiera now deploying battery. And he's going to deploy that battery just well enough. As he tried to go for the move, it didn't work. Into the wall! Goes down about to Sorov. That's a collision with Ahmed Stiller, who's been penalised for that one. Ravo's going to capitalise off of Stiller's mistake. He takes 14th place as we get a very nice helicopter camera. Honestly, we need more of them on the tracks. Because I actually like that camera. Maybe it feels a bit low down and also angled more to the floor. But enough of helicopter camera talks. We have a race to watch and we have 6 laps to go. Sebastian Cabo, your race leader from your boy, and Spiker CB. David Serkiera, though, is the one in the net race 3rd, I think, here. Yeah, he's just net race 3rd. Of course, Spiker does have a pretty good advantage over him, though. He's managed to use his battery up well. And yeah, it's clearly showing that he's managed his battery well because he's managed to pull out the gap to David Serkiera, despite having an underpowered car compared to the Ford. Ocampo leading the way still. He's obviously took the lead and there's been absolutely no threat from anyone at all. So yeah, anyways, Ocampo heading around the final corner of the track. And he's going to start lap 11. And yep, oh, he's coming in. He's into the pit lane now. So there we go, Seb into the pits. Your boy stays out. He leads the way now. And he's going to move on to a fresh set of tyres. It's an interesting strategy call though. It's soft on for him. Is this just a big bottle by McLaren here? Like, not only did yeah, pitting probably necessary, but soft tyres though? I don't know about that. That's a very suspicious strategy. Like, that strategy is not what I would go for. Yeah, that's a bit weird that Sebastian Cambo needs to make up places fast. Oh, he's being very quick, and he's very quick into the back of Iserals. He's got a penalty for that. Obviously, he wasn't being careful there. He's been rightfully penalised for just slamming into the back of him. Your boy, though, is currently leading the way. How long can he last on them tyres? I don't know. For all I know, he could be coming to the pits right now, so... yeah, your boy actually is into the pits, like I said. Now, Cabo is in that race lead, but that penalty is ruining his race. Actively. There we go, your boy moves on to the medium tyre, which is a correct tyre choice. That is a one that would work. And there we go, your boy is now here in P8. He is ahead of David Serkiera though, which is more crucial, I'd say, Ocampo, though, is miles ahead of your boy. But that penalty is ruining things. Even if the strategy does work out, the penalty is going to ruin everything in the end of the day. So, I don't know really what McLaren have done. As well, Ocampo shouldn't have been as aggressive as he was there. He's now up in the second place. He's 5 seconds off a Spiker. He is closing in that gap very quickly. Obviously, he's got better tyres, so that's helping him. As they head round the final corner of the track, Sebastian Ocampo will start lap 13 in P2. Now, mind that could be P1 actually, because Spiker is into the pits. Now, one driver who can go at the end is UKB, so maybe he could be on for a race win here if Ocampo's tyres do fall off. As well, Livery, don't count him out either. He's also in a good place right now. Your boy, also in a very good place. There's pretty much I'd say 4 drivers right now who are in realistic contention of this race win at the moment. Now, Ocampo could win this race if he's able to build a 5-second gap and somehow maintain it on his worn tyres. Of course, that penalty is ruining his race actively, and that was his fault, that penalty. There will be no argument to that, no fight at all. As your boy has got ahead of UKB, so that's pretty much knocked him out on contention for the race win. Your boy's on fresher tyres, and it's also a faster compound anyways. And your boy gets ahead of Livery, doing the same thing there. The Frenchman could be on for a race win here as we head into the final 2 laps of this race. Lap 14 begins. Ocampo has got a good lead. He's got the lead he needs. But can he hold on to a 5-second advantage out in front? That is the bigger question here in all this. Has he got the pace to do this? Or not? Well, that's what I'm going to have to try and find out now as the rest of this race goes by. If the gap's fluctuating, it's hard to tell really where the boy is in comparison to Ocampo. As UKB will get ahead of Livery up into the podium places now. This is good for him. And with Ferrucci being out this race as well, Spiker can capitalise off of this, give him an advantage in the championship over Ferrucci. He's currently sitting in P10 with fast and penalty, but that will still be points for him, so that is good. Ocampo starts the last lap with a 7.3 second lead. However, he needs to hold on to this. His tyres are wearing out fast. They will make it to the end of the lap, but is the pace deficit enough for your boy? If he pushes a lot in this final lap of the race, he could get into the 5-second advantage, but into the 5-second gap. Ocampo, though, is currently looking to be the one who will win this race. Of course, yeah, I know the gap does show below 5 seconds at times, but that's just because Ocampo was in a corner and your boy was on a straight. Also, as well, look at this, some guys have actually managed to go at the end on the tyre that they pinned onto as well. Your boy getting visual wear in. Of course, Ocampo's tyres have had the visual wear for a while now. Those tyres are completely shredded. But here we go, coming round the final corner of this track. I can't tell who's going to win yet, but it's looking good for Sebastian Ocampo. He's going to approach the line. Ocampo wins in Portugal. But that's on the track. Your boy's going to get to the line. He's at the fastest lap and he's got it. Your boy wins. He took the win in Portugal. When it mattered, he snatches the win off of the McLaren team. And he is a victor in his first full season of Formula 1. Mercedes back on the top step. It's not the sprint race in Brazil like last season. It's the main race in Portugal, which just believe me is more impressive because that's a full race compared to a sprint race. But yeah, Mercedes well and truly back with this incredible pace. Wow, you just love to see it. Ahmed Seller comes home for P18. Lamfong and Palomino close to each other. They finish P19 and P20. Ferrucci Hart for Sion Company all out. So your boy somehow getting the win there. he managed to overturn a big gap there in the final lap of the race, and in the end it was Ricciardo's own aggressiveness which cost him the win. I mean, or he can complain, but about himself, he can't blame anything else other than himself for that. UKB gets a solid third place for Hyperdrive. But with that, your boy, your winner. Let's listen to the French national anthem. We begin. So that is your podium there, which was sold for your boy Ocampo and UKB. After that, the Sekira, Livery, Andale, Alves, CB, Crumbly, Bogdasarov, Domenetto, Adelaide, Levi, Ravo, Cornwell, Eduardo, Ultra, Fong, Stiller, and Palomino, Finucci, Hart, Verstu, and Rapid Crumbly out of the race. And that is it. Round 9 is done. Hope you enjoyed Portugal as we move on to round 10 next, the final half of the season. I'll see you next time when the APX F1 series returns. Have a good day.